Hey guys, on today's video we're going to be setting up your Google Nest Mini. Alright, so this is the same thing as a Google Home Mini, by the way. So if you guys are looking for a setup video for Google Home Mini, exact same thing. They even look alike. This is just the second generation and they chose to name it Nest Mini. That's all. The whole thing is the same thing. You guys will need to download the Google Home app, and that's where everything actually takes place. So even before we hook it up, we are going to download this app that's called Google Home. And that's where everything happens. So whether you guys have an Android or iPhone, just go into your iPhone in your App Store, and Android go into your Play Store and look for Google Home. Once you guys download it, just open it up, make sure it's on. So let's go OK, get started. Once we press on get started, we're gonna see this, confirm account, or if you guys don't have one, you should create one. So you guys can always click on use another account. For now, we're just gonna choose the very first account, assuming you guys already have a Gmail account. If you don't, sign up for one. They're free, easy to sign up for. And I do have a separate video showing you guys how to do that if you don't already have one. So we're just gonna choose the first one for now. We're gonna press OK down here below. And then from here, just choose home. That's what I suggest. You guys can always create another home. But in this case, let's just go the easy way. So I'm gonna allow while I'm using the app. So at this point, no devices found. That's perfect because we haven't hooked this baby up. So in your Nest Mini, see this right here? This is just to mute your microphone and unmute it. Okay, so if you don't want this listening in all the time, you could just mute it. For now, we just have to hook it up to some electricity, make sure it's not muted. So we're gonna hook this up and then the other side to an outlet. Once you hook it up, you should see these lights popping up.
Hi, to get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
So right now it's on. It should have said that. Once it says that, just go yes, and then just try again. So right now it's gonna tell you, make sure to an outlet, around 45 seconds for the device to fully turn on. So yes, it does take just a few seconds for this Nest Mini to fully turn on. Then it's gonna send out a signal so we can actually sync it up with our phone. So I'm gonna put try again, and it's gonna look for my device. So it should find right here my Nest Mini. So for a lot of you, this number up here will be different, so don't worry about that. And down here, just click on next. So right now it's connecting. You guys can see the lights are bluish. So that's exactly how they should be. Did you hear that sound? We did hear that sound, so we can tap on yes. And this is up to you guys. You can always choose no thanks. I always suggest going in and selecting yes. Where's this device? Again, this is depending where you guys are at. So I'm gonna call it living room for now. Next. So your Wi-Fi network should pop out right here on the side. If it doesn't, then just refresh it. But for now, we have it right there, Tech and Design, which is up here. We're gonna hit next. Once we put in our password for Wi-Fi, it should say exactly this, connecting to Wi-Fi. It's just gonna take a little bit, and then it should say connected. Once it's connected, you should see this sequence of lights. And then on the side, you're gonna see this. Just press next. Gonna go and agree down here below. Tap right here, agree again. We're gonna allow it. Okay, Google, play my workout playlist. Okay, Google, where is the nearest post office? Hey, Google, remind me to buy flowers. Hey, Google, what time is the sunrise? So that step that we did right now is just syncing right now our Nest to recognize our voice. So we're just gonna tap on continue. So that process right there was actually the most important. We just had to read exactly what was on the screen, and that way it syncs up right now with our Nest. Next up, we should see this, and just tap on agree. And you get to choose your voice assistant. So there's two voices right now, so we can play a sample.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant, here to help you throughout your day.
And there's voice number two.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant, here to help you throughout your day.
So I think...
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant, here to help you throughout your day.
For me, it's better. I'm kind of used to this because of Siri. That's just me. You guys can choose whichever voice you like. I'm gonna hit next. So right now, it does ask you for your address, and it's asking you that just so you can sync up to see directions and stuff like that. If you guys ask for the nearest pizza place, that way you can look for it. So it's very important that you guys have the correct address there. If you don't want that, you could erase it and just putting not now. But I do suggest just putting it there. Anyways, let's just hit next. And right here, this is one of the most important parts. So you guys can sync up your Spotify, Google Play Music, and YouTube Music, always. Anyways, right now what we're gonna do, because most of you have Spotify, is just add our Spotify. We're gonna yes, link account. And as long as you guys have the Spotify app on this phone, it's gonna sync up really, really fast without any problems. You guys can also sync up this right here just by pressing the plus. However, I won't because I don't have that. So I'm gonna go on next. So this is the same thing. If you guys have this, a lot of cars get this for free for a year, sometimes maybe 2 years, maybe a few months. So you could sync it up. If you don't, then just go on next. So again, we could sync up our Netflix in order for it to play something if we wanted to. So we're just gonna hit on plus. We're gonna go yes, link account. And in this case, it's gonna ask us for email and password. It doesn't sync up directly with the app like it did with Spotify. So we're just gonna type that in. Again, we can always click on not now, which is down here below, and not sync up our Netflix. That's always up to you. We're gonna go on next and then just hit on continue. Again, this part we could skip over. It's just asking us if we want to use this service. We don't need to. So we can always skip the number, or we can always view more. So in this case, we're gonna set it up. If you do decide to sync it up, it's gonna ask you to verify a code. So they will send you a code to verify. Once you input that, you're gonna see this screen. So you could upload contacts again, but we can always skip that. So I'm just gonna upload contacts for now. I'm gonna hit OK. At this point, we should see a summary of everything that we have set up from our address, devices, services, Wi-Fi, and voice calling. So that's exactly what we set up. If you guys didn't do all the steps, then some of these may not be active. That's okay. Let's just go on next. And right now, it's good that you guys go through this. So just go on next, next, next. You guys could hit not now. So let's just hit on next. It's good to know what each one of these things does. Next. And that's about it. There aren't too many things that we can do with the Google Home in order to pause or put up the volume, down volume, plus just the microphone, turn it off and turn it on. And that's about it. There's not much into this itself. It's more about you guys talking to it. Anyways, let's just hit on continue.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help. To learn a few things you can do, continue in the Google Home app.
So again, we can just scroll down and see everything that we can do. We're just gonna finish setup. Anyways, right now we are done our setup. If you scroll down, you might see this right here. That's if you guys have more devices. So I do have a camera with Google. I do have right now this speaker, which would be the Nest. And there's my basement TV, which is my Google Chromecast. But again, that's if you guys have all those devices. Other than that, you should only see your speaker right now. And we can always press and play music. But don't bother doing that. Just go and talk to Google so it can play some music for you. So I can just tell it, hey Google, what's the weather like today?
Today in Hamilton, it'll be partly cloudy, with a forecasted high of 31 and a low of 22. Right now it's 31 and mostly cloudy. If you ever
Or I
want to
can
know
go
what time
ahead
it
and
is,
tell it
just
to
ask.
play some music. But for now, we're just gonna leave it like that. Just talk to it, see what it can do. So it's actually a really good job what Google has done in order to make this voice assistant work really well. Anyways, that would be it for this video. If you guys have any comments, questions, you guys can write them down here in the comments area. And don't forget to subscribe and rate. Thank you.